Yeah, you want to get the things. You need 3D printed parts. But you don't got the 3D printed parts, so you came to me. So I could show you where to get the 3D printed parts. Because the Tacoma's got a bunch of stuff that it doesn't, that it needs. And these are the 5 best 3D printed parts. 5 best 3D printed parts for taco. Oh, I didn't spell that right. No results. That's why you gotta go and watch the whole video. You gotta stick around to the end, because at the end is where the good one happens, probably. Starting off with number 5 is the mole panel. It goes in the little arm rest holster thing, but it's stupid. I don't like it. I'm gonna link it in case you have a use for it, but you have to actually attach screws, and I don't like that. When I saw it, I thought there was gonna be a good use for it, but it's a lot of work and it requires you to have to like do things to your truck, and I don't, nah. Next up is the dash hand radio mount, and this is one of them that's going to be really easy to set up because you can just print it and put it on. I modified mine. I set it up so that I could connect my phone to it. If you're interested in the file, just let me know and I'll actually put it up. It's really easy to install. It's a little bit loose, and I think that could be adjusted pretty easily, but once you've got it connected, you just slap your stuff in there and it's ready to go. Super easy, not a complicated print. The additional hardware that you need is a 1/4 20 screw and a phone to camera adapter. I'll link the Amazon link in the description for the video. And for number 3, we've got the Tacoma bed rail insert. So these use 5/16 nuts and bolts, and they're going to be able to just, slide into your Tacoma bed rails, and you can tighten down all types of different things onto them and secure all types of stuff. Now, I've used these in the past. I've printed PLA ones with like 100% infill that I've connected to my bed rack that I've made. You can look at some of my other videos. It's pretty heavy. The camper shell that goes on top is roughly about 200 pounds, and then the bed rack itself is probably close to 50 to 100 pounds. So these things, when you've got a bunch of them in there, they're pretty sturdy. Naturally, PLA or any other type of plastic is going to degrade over time, so I don't recommend it. The ones that I have in my bed now, I did buy aluminum ones, but these are great for securing other things that you're not too concerned with. And on top of, if you have an enclosed bed at this point, anything that you put in there, it's not going to be exposed to the elements, so you're less likely to experience any problems from just having them in there, and there's no sun. There shouldn't be any salt or anything going into them, and they're pretty gosh darn sturdy. Now, unfortunately, it's -5, -10 degrees here, so I'm not going to do a ton of showing you how to install them. I'm going to put it inside of my bed, and you can look at it there, and you can kind of get an idea of what types of things you can connect with it. As you can see, this is the back of my truck. And if you open the back of my truck, there's all kinds of stuff connected. Now, I've got a bunch of different little pieces that I've made for securing the rack, but if you slide this in, oh, you can't really see. That's okay. You can just slide it right in there, and if you had the screw and the nut on there, you could just tighten stuff down once it goes inside, and it's nice. That's actually, yeah, look at that. Wow, so good. All right, let's move on. And for number 2, we've got something that's not specific to the Tacoma. So if you've got another vehicle, you can print this out. This is a regular cup holder to Nalgene adapter that also doubles for coffee. And I absolutely love this thing. I take coffee usually with me in the morning whenever I'm going to work, and I don't have a lot of travel mugs. So if I want to take my coffee, I'm always trying to balance it in a way that it's not going to fall over. Like every single time I stop, I'm afraid it's going to fly all over the place. I've spilled a lot of coffee. But now I won't. This is going to prevent me from flying all over the place. And I mean, if you still take like a hard right or a hard left, it's gonna send coffee flying. But just don't do that. And for the number 1 must-have 3D printed piece for your Tacoma, I'm sure a lot of people already have this. This is just the most convenient piece of hardware that you can put on. It uses the existing mounting hardware, and all it is a holder for your gas cap. It's amazing to me that this was not an original feature, and it's easy to print. I use TPU just because I wanted it to be a little bit more like temperature ready. I have no idea how long it's gonna last. I've heard people that have gone a long time, and I feel silly that it's taken me this long to put this in. But as you can see, like, this is not tough to install. Once you've got it 3D printed, you need a screwdriver. You use the original mounting hardware. Unfortunately for everyone involved with this, I did a terrible job with my head-mounted camera, so you can't really see 100% of what's going on. But it was so easy to put in, and this is without a doubt something I should have done the first day that I had my Tacoma. I feel stupid. I feel ridiculous that I did not put this in. And you can see off camera, nothing happening, because well, there's snow on the ground. Isn't that nice? So yeah, these are the top 5 must-have 3D printed parts for the Tacoma. They're obviously varying in quality, and there's some give and take on which ones you should get, but if you've got a 3D printer, it's worth it, at least downloading and printing a couple of these. If you have any questions on this, feel free to leave a comment, and if you like this content, make sure to leave a like and a subscribe, or to do a subscribe, or whatever, just interact, I don't know. Thanks.